Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Sherry Cornett and Ernest Biner, all about the Cleveland, the Dogs. You know, the Dog Pound and the Dogs, the original Dogs, that 1986 team, which, believe it or not, we're celebrating at the 30th anniversary this Sunday, October 30th, at the Browns game. Before we get on to all the things that are happening this weekend to recognize you guys, Believe Land. Sherry, you were saying what an amazing, amazing film that was, how that seemed to have so much healing power in Ernest's life, in so many, how many grown men were crying in that movie, and then also in the lives of Clevelanders and the way the whole country started to look at Cleveland. And think about it, that film came out just before the Cavs won the national championship. And so we needed to redo it. And hopefully we're going to need to redo it again when the Indians are finished. So they just keep having to edit this film. But let's talk about Believe Land. Behind the scenes, Ernest, you were good enough to come to the Cleveland Film Festival and be there in person as people were seeing this for the first time. Describe that experience, please.
Well, the outpouring of love, even before the film, was quite evident. I mean, they gave me an ovation that was remarkable. And to tell you the truth, it was really very, very similar. The energy in the room very similar to game day. I mean, it was almost like it was pre-game when before the film. But once the film got going and we had an opportunity to watch it, I mean, it was a lot of tears that were shed. And I think tears actually are raindrops to development, and raindrops to healing. And once the film ended, and I was able to get up on stage. I mean, it was an amazing thing.
I can remember a gentleman saying something about I've been upset for all this time, but after hearing you on the film, I feel completely different. There was almost a reconnection there, a reconciliation there almost between fans and the Browns and so forth. Can you describe that? Do you agree? Can you describe that?
I completely agree. I mean, it was, had people came up to me, actually hugged. We had a couple of people, we actually hugged each other. I mean, it was something that really brought, it broke a whole lot of either preconceived ideas or thoughts or anger or pain. It really got rid of a whole bunch of those things that have been lingering for years, and it really was a cleansing process.
Yeah. Take us behind us.
There was a story real quick that there was a guy in the audience, and Ernest got up off of the stage and came down to the audience and gave him a hug.
Oh. That's so cool.
And it was real. It was a couple of people that actually were crying on my shoulder.
Wow.
And actually shaking. I mean, physically shaking when we got a chance to embrace. I mean, it was definitely a healing. It was definitely spiritually cleansing.
What you're describing can maybe only be understood by Cleveland sports fans. We are that invested into all of this. Take us behind the scenes a little bit, because it would have been really easy for you to be contacted, people saying, hey, we're doing something about all the heartbreak of Cleveland fans. Real
Right.
easy for you to say, no thanks, I think I'll pass. But boy, what was it that made you say, yeah, I want to be a part of that, and to become vulnerable in that way? Such a strength that you were showing just in being able to be involved with it.
To tell you the truth, Susie, I don't know. I think one of the things that I've always done is I've always held myself accountable. I've always kind of blamed myself for the way the team always played. No matter what team I was on, I've always felt like how I played determined how good whether we won or whether we lost, or how good the team played in general. I just felt that way. And I've always held on to things that were not necessarily as good as I want. I've always looked at developing. I've always looked at how I could get to the next level. So it was easy. I think it was easy for me to do the interview, to talk about it. But also, when that came down to the apology, that was something that just happened. I didn't go into the filming thinking apology. I didn't go into it thinking explanations. I went into it basically open, and I think that what came out of it is something that people know that is real. It wasn't something that was made. It wasn't planned or anything like that. It was just genuine, and I think a lot of people felt that. That's why people got touched the way they did.
Yeah.
And Susie, I'm just going to say this. He talks in his speeches about why winners are winners. And part of the thing he goes back is that team, those original dogs, they had a mechanism about them. And that's what, share that, Ernest, with the original dogs and what they did to become that team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things that, to me, winners, they hold each other accountable. They constantly look to develop. They have a love for each other that is something on a different level. It's not just what we call just regular love. I mean, it's love that really is developed. When you hang out with each other. That's what we did when we went to Friday. So winners are always, winners always have a good attitude. You're always looking to go to the next level. So those are some of the things that original dogs, to me, that states original dog. And I believe that's some of the things that we had seen. Obviously, it was developed, it was given to us by Marty Schottheimer. But also winners have ownership. And that was one of the other things that we did. We gravitated to taking what was given to us by Marty and the coaching staff and taking it to a different level and making it better and making it more of a team mentality. So that's what I feel are original dogs, and those are some of the basic tenets for that.
When you're talking about taking something to a different level altogether, we mentioned the healing that took place during Believe Land. Now you're moving on and taking that to another level by developing the Healing Dogs. What is the Healing Dogs? Talk about that.
Well, the Healing Dogs is a nonprofit that Sherry and I are developing, and it is a looking at a healing from the inside. It's also looking at constantly developing. It's also looking at helping people in the community. Some of the homeless, some of the kids, and maybe in some of the impoverished areas. But more than anything, it's really looking at love first and foremost from the inside, but also pushing that to the people that we're going to have influence with. And Sherry, do you have anything with that?
And Susie, when you're dealing with someone like Ernest that's so genuine in his nature, I'm already seeing the benefits that can happen with this. He has done some things with the First Tee of Cleveland where the kids got to they sponsored a whole bunch of golf balls and the kids came out and played golf basketball with them. And when you have somebody that comes down to that level and then can spread those humanitarian efforts through his original dog efforts, it's just, we see the endless, it's going to be endless what the opportunities can be to do the kind of healing to children or homeless or events, really get that community excited again,
Help us dream with you. What will the Healing Dogs look like in coming years? What kinds of things are you hoping to be able to accomplish through it, and how could people get involved?
Sure. If we have all the original dogs coming together and through Ernest's dream and what he sees, we can be in elementary schools with children's books. We imagine a actual mascot dog named Rusher carrying healing dogs, maybe in through Cleveland Clinic that children are hurting. We imagine homeless people teaching people to love from the inside and truly just offering them a hot shower, something warm to eat, that there is people out in the community that care. Because truly, when you put that kind of goodness and energy in the air, you hope that it just transcends through everybody. And if we get that kind of thing going in our world instead of the things we're seeing tearing it down, hopefully the Healing Dogs can be all across in many different markets in the ways that market might have the original dogs. We have the healing dogs that could be repeated over and over.
It's pretty exciting, and we definitely will be keeping our eyes open and looking for updates as this all gets off the ground. You're also having a lot of fun with original dogs, and let's do a shout out to Bunker Hill Foods and Heine's Cheese and Swisters for all the fun original dog products that are going to be released soon. You want to touch on those at all?
Well, we're going to have an Original Dogs event October 28th. It's going to be out in Brecksville. There's an event like Eventbrite people can link up on to register for the event. So it'll be the first time that people will get to taste products, but it's more than that. It's Ernest, again, getting his team together. Marty's coming out, and a lot of the guys are coming out, and so it's going to be a fun event. They really want to reconnect together. They want to reconnect with fans, and this may be the last time that a big coming together comes like this. So having the healing dogs as an arm of all of this has just been a lot of fun.
Oh, that's fun. That's tomorrow night. Now, how can people get involved with that? How do they get to go to it?
So there is an Eventbrite link. You can search the Original Dogs. There's a press release about it. And once you click on the link, you can register for the event.
Okay, and this
also, they can go on my Twitter account.
Oh, okay.
My Twitter handle is eBiner, @eBiner, EBYNER. I have it on there. I'll have it on Facebook. If they want to go to my website, ernestbiner21.com, and they can look on the coach's blog, and they can find the link that says Original Dogs on there as well. So that link will take you to Eventbrite, and they can be able to register through that. Now, one of the things that we're offering is a discount code, and it's OD44. If they buy the tickets, they'll get a discount with that particular code as well. So we're looking forward to an excellent evening, a Friday night. We love it's going to be limited, so you better go and get the tickets.
Okay.
If you haven't gotten them yet, it might be a little bit tough.
Get them now and use OD for Original Dogs, 44, Ernest Biner's number, and you get a half price. Awesome. Okay, Saturday morning, Hall of Fame,
yes.
11 to 1. Come on down to Canton and the Football Hall of Fame. And who all's going to be there? Sherry, do you have the list?
The Original Dogs are coming for a brunch. I know it's going to be Biner, Kozar, Mac. Biner might know, Ernest, you might know more of these.
Yes, I do. It's Lane Horn and also Dan Fight are the other two guys that will come as well.
Awesome. All right. And you get to meet them, and will you be signing things?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We have a meet and greet. I believe we also will be signing autographs as well. So it should be another fun event as well.
All right, so just set aside your entire weekend to spend them with the Original Dogs. Tomorrow night, October 28th in Brecksville, then Saturday morning, the 29th at the Football Hall of Fame, and then we'll all go to the game on Sunday, October 30th, where they're going to give you a well-deserved salute. Sherry Cornett, Ernest Biner, thank you so much for what you are doing in our community.